day of learning. Now I know it can get difficult sometimes during this remote learning time with all the lockdown laws and all that. So it's very important that we always stick together. Alright, let's go to devotions.
Hey kids, you might know this guy as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now I've asked him to help me out with today's devotions. Now it can be found in Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 and it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap the harvest if we do not give up." So what does that mean? Basically it's saying don't get tired of doing what is good or doing the right thing, because at the proper time we will be rewarded, or we will get what we deserve if we do not give up. Okay, now let's take a look at old Spider-Man over here. Now he became a superhero when he was still in high school, so which meant during the day he'll do all his homework, do all his classwork, and then at nighttime he'll go and be a superhero and fight the bad guys. Now, during this pandemic time, we too have to wear masks. Not superhero masks, they're masks like this. But because we need to keep each other and ourselves safe, okay? And at the same time, we too still need to keep up with all our homework and all our classwork, okay? So let this Bible verse be an encouragement to you to never get tired of doing what you need to do, because I know during this time, like, it may get a bit boring, or because we can't go anywhere, but keep going, do not give up, and at the right time you will get the marks that you deserve. So keep it up, kids.
Alright, for literacy today, we're just going to do some handwriting exercises. So open up to whichever activity you're up to right now for handwriting, and if you've already finished your handwriting book, let me know and I can send you some more exercises, okay? But if you want to practice some handwriting as well, one activity you guys can do is practice your signatures. So just something that you will need to use when you're an adult. So I'll practice one. I'll show you what mine looks like. Okay, so that's my signature. So signature is something that it's either your first name, your initials, your surname, anything that only you can do yourself, okay? So have a go at that, but yeah, just practice your handwriting skills and work towards that pen license. Now for maths today, most of this stuff is all pretty straightforward stuff, nothing new here, except for question 5 of unit 24, where it asks you to find out which town is further from Brisbane and by how much. Okay, so I've drawn up a little mini graph and a little map of that question. Now, by looking at the map, you can tell that Longreach is definitely further from Brisbane, yeah? So, and it's 12,600 kilometers away. Okay, so I'll just write that here. Okay, and if Charleville is 744 kilometers away, we need to minus that amount from Longreach. So the answer would be 0 minus 4, can't do that. So borrow from the tens column, that becomes a 5, so it becomes a 10. 10 minus 4 equals 6, 5 minus 4 equals 1, and say 12 minus 7 equals 5. So the answer is 516 kilometers. Okay, so it's all just basic subtraction equations. If you have any questions, just contact me, okay? Alright guys, now for Christian life studies today, we need to look at Psalm chapter 8. We should be up to lesson 2 of our books, of our new books. Okay, now I'll read it out for you guys because it's pretty short, it's only 9 verses. And before I do, just remember that a psalm is just an old-fashioned way of saying it's a form of poetry. Okay, so as I read this, Try to visualize the words that I'm reading out, and yeah, enjoy. Now it says, O Lord, our Lord, the majesty of your name fills the earth. Your glory is higher than the heavens. You have taught children and nursing infants to give you praise. They silence your enemies who were seeking revenge. When I look at the night sky and see the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars you have set in place. What are mortals that you should think of us, mere humans that you should care for us? For you made us only a little lower than God or angels in some, and you crowned us with glory and honor. You put us in charge of everything you made, giving us authority over all things, the sheep and the cattle and all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, and everything that swims the ocean currents. O Lord, our Lord, the majesty of your name fills the earth. What a beautiful poem, yeah? Alright guys, so basically, in a nutshell, that verse is just talking about how awesome and amazing all of God's creations are. Like, we studied a bit of living things last term, and so yeah, you guys should have a good understanding about living things. And with these first set of questions, you may need to Google the answers. But when you get here, I want you to write your own poem about something about creation, okay? So make it nice, make it artistic and poetry, okay? Enjoy. Alright, grade 4s, so that about does it for another episode on this lovely Thursday. Don't forget to study up on your spelling words for the week, because you have a spelling test tomorrow morning to start the day off, okay? And yeah, all the best with that. Have a good evening.